Good day to everyone. My name is Boyarsky Boris. I'm from Institute of Soybean, which is located in the Amur region, Blagoveshchensk city. So today I want to share my presentation. The topic is evaluation of soybean condition under the different fertilizer. So by the relationship of the red and near-infrared band reflectance using the multispectral camera capabilities. Let's go to the next slide. So remote sensing is a valuable tool nowadays, also known as precise farming or smart agriculture. So using the processing and analyzing of the image obtained from the satellites or drones, so we can obtain the valuable information from the crop or field. So in our experiment, we use the camera, multispectral camera, to analyze the crop health under the influence of different fertilizers. So from this graph, we can see that if a healthy plant occurs in highest near-infrared reflectance and the lowest red reflectance, so it shows us that this plant is healthy. So based on the relationship of the two bands, we can evaluate the crop condition. So also using this technique, we can make the yield prediction model to predict the yield of the crop in the future. Also, we can monitor the field to evaluate, for example, crop on the kind of pests or diseases, so and make the decision to postpone it. So also land management is very important. So for example, to find the, for example, flooded area or plots, we can make plots management. So it kind of digitalizing of our fields where we can manage with different information such as yield, applied fertilizer, herbicides. So it's very easy to manage with the field. So also the very important is a resource saving where we can apply the variable fertilizing. So also based on the this technique, the relationship of the different bands. So the processing and analyzing a very difficult process and take long time. So also in our experiment, we use the best quality of image. So to make the experiment very clear. So let's go to the next slide. So our experiment, the aim of our experiment was to show the influence of different fertilizer on crop development. So it was a soybean crop, also located in the Amur region, the field of the Institute of Soybean. We tested fertilizers. The common one is a NPK, just nitrogen, and the latest one is control released fertilizer, which started to activate on the 40th day after the application. So of course it's very good point for soybean because the soybean started to accumulate the nitrogen in the blooming stage. It is about 45 or 50 day of the soybean development. So we use the drone manufactured by DJI, Chinese company DJI, Mavic 2, with the camera, MicaSense, Red Edge M. So we also tested the two varieties of soybean. And the one of it is early maturity group, very early maturity group, and the another one is just early maturity group. So look at these graphs. So first, as the latest one, I just show you the this scatter plot. You can see the concentration of the pixels in this area. So as I mentioned before, the good crops appears when is near infrared reflectance is the highest and the red reflectance the lowest. So it means the good health of crop we can see. So also this concentration of pixels points out that it is soil pixels on the plots. But compare this image, just image. So it's very difficult to decide which is better. So, but they using the relationship between these bands, we can say that just the fourth number graph is better. So this is a good visualization to understand how the indices, multispectral indices works. So let's go to the next slide. So using the relationship between the bands, we can make the many things to analyze. So we can identify also the crop type. We can identify the crop type using the multispectral camera of the drone or of the satellites. So actually, this is our next work to make the possible in the future just remotely analyze which crop was in the field in the area of observation. So also this figure you can see, this is actually figure from the satellite. We can analyze also by using the band relationship. These pixels in this area shows the concentration of the soil pixels on the field, and this is also the crop. So also using the just one scatter plot, we can divide the object on the field. Also, it can be like different variety of crop, like soybean, wheat, and also we can divide it with soybean. So the aim also was to visualize how the NDVI works. NDVI means the relationship between the infrared and red band reflectance. So it's a good point to understand the technique of the remote sensing. So also we can using the models of the crops, we can compare we can compare it with yield in the future using the just NDVI, the greenery index. We can say about yield. It means the yield prediction model. So this is the end of my presentation. If you have any question, you can ask me in the by this using this email. And also, if you want to ask about any collaboration or cooperation, please don't hesitate to ask also by using this email. Thank you for your listening.